everybody, and welcome to Partner News Live. Today is September the 25th. We have some exciting guests for you to meet with today, starting off with Christian Hernandez from Atel, and then followed on by an old friend, Michael Lane from Samsung, who will be giving us some clues as to what's coming up soon with Samsung. Perhaps he might even tell us something about the launches and the announcements being made at the beginning of next month. But first, let's have our traditional visit with Shelley. Shelley, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing, Neil?
I am doing just great. So obviously last week when we spoke together, it was an austere day, a solemn day, so I didn't want to have any fun, shall we say. But since then, I've been receiving all kinds of photographs, including these silly ideas about gutter guards and plastic bags over wing mirrors of cars and holding up the toilet seats. I don't want to labor too many. I think we'll have more next time. But this time, what I want to do is I want to share with you this. Shelley, can you see my cursor here?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that that was the receiver that turns this window into a base station, wouldn't you?
Right.
Yeah, it's a bait and switch. It's a bait and switch. It turns out the entire window has to be replaced. It's like laminate. You know what I mean? Like on the windshield of a car. You know, the glass and plastic then glass. Yeah.
Yes.
Turns out wherever you want to put up one of these antennas, the glass has to be replaced, whether it's single glaze or dual glaze, double glazing. I don't know. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, that's disappointing.
It was, really dampened by enthusiasm. That's not an easy word to say. Enthusiasm, yes. Right, moving on quickly. What else do we have? So, Shelley, I can't understand this one. Why would anybody want to put a marble into their jar of peanut butter?
Well, I mean, when it first came up and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's a cat's eye or it's a glass eye. And it kind of freaked me out to scare the kids away so they don't get into the peanut butter with their hands. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. To keep it cold? No, I don't know. That would be one to look up why.
Well, actually, I did. I looked it up. I couldn't find the answer anywhere. Oh, yeah. I mean, putting a marble into a jar of milk to help it churn into butter, that sort of thing. But no, peanut butter or why? And in fact, I mean, I was thinking this is kind of dangerous. You know, your kid accidentally inhales it. You know?
They take a big spoon. They take a big spoonful and think, I'm going to have some. Yeah, that's not good. That would be dangerous.
Usual rules, you know, postcards, please, to me, Neil at PayPal. Don't it? Yeah. Why on earth we'd want to put a marble into the jar of peanut butter? What else do we have? Oh, yes. Somebody sent me about 12 pictures of exam fails or school test fails. I've generally picked out, I think, 4 to show to me, Shelley. Yeah. So usual rules. You decide funny or not funny. So the first one, the question from the teacher is, to change centimeters to meters, you do what?
He used his common sense. I think it's funny. I think it was very thinking outside the box, you know, going straight to what he thought that would be a brilliant answer, I would think.
It's like Latin centi for 100th in this case. Okay, very good. I suppose it makes logical sense. What's next? Write less or greater than.
I wonder what the teacher said about that. I don't wonder if she laughed or she didn't think it was. I think it's funny. I choose funny. Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What else? What's next? Oh, yeah. I love this one. Find X. Here it is. Funny or not funny?
Oh, definitely funny. Again, yes.
Fantastic. This is the last one, but actually I hit the comment, first of all, just so you could see. Yeah. So teacher has made a big mistake here because they're asking for the angle that is complementary to BDC. Yeah. And the correct answer is ADB, you know? Yeah, you add this angle here and this angle here to make 90 degrees, okay? But they haven't spelled it complementary. They spelled it complementary. It's like, oh, that's a pretty dress you're wearing, or something like that. So here is the response the child gave. Yeah.
Over here.
That's a compliment. I think it's a great answer. Yeah, compliment.
Yes. Whoever his dad was or she, they've raised them very well because it was a nice compliment. So, can't go wrong with that. Another using their common sense, which I think a lot of people need to use more of, but I don't think that's what she was looking for. But hey, she's the one who put the word there that wasn't correct. So
very true. Bad news when teacher makes a mistake. Hey, before we go, one of the things that really hacks me off is my children cannot pronounce the word library. And I've listened to the teachers when they're presenting, they all say library as well.
Yes.
The teachers can't get it right. What can the kids do?
Yes, I have students that say the same thing, and they're very intelligent, and I have to work with them when they have to say the word library. They say library. Yes, it's here in Texas also. I don't know what happened.
Well, you and I are part of a dying breed, you know. With that, listen, let me come back to the end and you can just give us an update, of what we're going to be doing next time as we fast approach the fourth quarter. Okay, thanks, Shelley. Because right now, it's time to go over to Christian Hernandez. Hey, Christian, welcome to Partner News Live. Great to see you.
Good to see you too, Neil. How's everything going?
Going great as well. So, Christian, tell us about Atel, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So Atel is a 20-year-old OEM. We've built products for the carriers. We've built products for our competitors. And over the past couple years, some of those contracts came up to term. So now Atel is building our own products with our own name on top. So taking all of our experiences that we've had over the past 20 years and positioning them inside our products has really helped throughout the story of Atel and bringing Atel to the market.
Whereabouts are you based?
So we're in Irvine, California. And I know that you mentioned that Connectus was originally from California and has moved to Texas to expand its reach across the nation. But we work across the nation, primarily based in California, but we have our customers and workers all over the world.
Fantastic. Well, I know that Atel has got many, many wireless routers, but you kindly sent me a couple. And here's the WB550. And believe it or not, I'm actually running this Partner News Live from this router at the moment, getting wonderful download and upload speeds. Tell us about this one, please.
Yes. So the WB550 is our 5G FWA CPE router. It's got omnidirectional antennas, so you can basically place it anywhere in any location, 4x4 MIMO and 2 Wi-Fi antennas. And this device is very particular in situations where we see a lot of valuable opportunity in pop-up networks, first-day connectivity, or even failover backup solutions. So that's primarily where we see a lot of business opportunities within. And especially looking for the customers that aren't necessarily aware of, business continuity plans and figuring out how to get day one connectivity. This is really important. And with this Wi-Fi routers, we have the remote management availability through our Atrax platform. And this can allow for up to 25 users, gives a lot of configuration requirements for the device. So that way, a lot of people have the router to their extent where they can control a lot of it.
Now, you mentioned backup or failover rather, but I've found during my testing of this device that the speeds, the bandwidths are pretty darn good. I'm down in the basement at the moment and below ground level in the dungeon, everybody knows, from watching the show. And I'm getting consistently over 150 megabits per second downloads and fairly fast upload speeds too. So, is this only as a failover device, or could people be using this as their primary internet connection?
Yeah, absolutely. So this device does provide really strong bandwidth for download and upload speeds. And a lot of times within the use case that people use as first day connectivity, they realize that this device can be the primary connectivity for their businesses, at-home offices. So a lot of different opportunities for this router to be the primary connection for these customers.
So, Christian, I also have one of your LTE devices, and this is the V810A, and I know that this has got a battery inside it. Obviously, it's got at least one external antenna. I think you're going to tell me there are two inside. And also, there's a standard USB-C charging port on the back and an Ethernet port too. So obviously, this can be charged with a regular 5-volt smartphone charger.
Yes, so that's our V810A, and that's going to be our FWA 4G router. In a lot of scenarios similar to the WB550 with 5G, this is primarily used for those situations for 4G. One of the main differences is that it's a Cat4. It's also portable because it has that backup 2,500 milliamp battery, rechargeable battery in there. And with that battery, it allows people to have the availability to move around, use it in different locations, and also to have, it's got 2 internal antennas with 1 external antenna, can pull up anywhere from 150 down to 50 up. So it's a very strong product. We see a lot of opportunities within the backup routers and scenarios where people are on the go often. That's a very valuable product that we have.
Give me some examples of how businesses are using this device on the go.
Yeah, absolutely. So on the go, we have one of our customers that has a pop-up shop, and with this scenario that they have to waiting for fiber to come in, if they need to have their connectivity to be installed, can take anywhere from a couple weeks to a couple months. It definitely takes some time. So giving them that day one connectivity and the availability, they also have a mobile truck that they use for their business. And so they're able to use this product, bring it on the go if they need to. And if they're outside of the office and they're in some type of, coffee shop that doesn't have, internet, they can also use this device to where they can connect to it as a hotspot. It connects up to 15 different users, and it also gives them connectivity everywhere. So,
it does occur to me that we've got a couple of big backup batteries we can carry. We've got the big lead acid gel, we've got the smaller lithium battery. And usually we're doing things like powering a couple of lights. But I'm thinking, the low wattage that this is going to use, some kind of lithium battery is going to last a long time. Have you any feel for how long you could use this in a remote position without mains electricity?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the 2,500 milliamp backup battery, that can last anywhere from 24 to 36 hours, depending on how you're using it.
Wow. And that's before I connect up my favorite lithium battery. So, Christian, both of these look very, very exciting to me, but what else do you have coming down the pike?
Yeah, so we actually just announced our outdoor adapter, which is 5G, and we're actually pairing this up a lot with our WB550, and we're using it in different locations that are outdoor connectivity problems that people are experiencing, like construction sites, golf courses, and any of those remote locations, and just providing connectivity in those spaces. And then as well, we also have an upcoming device that's going to be announced in a couple months that's going to be supporting 5G. That's another item that people should be on the lookout for. But primarily, our main focus right now is for the outdoor adapter, and that's what we're putting a lot of time and effort into.
Fantastic. So listen, if our partners have a lead, if they're able to pitch to their existing customers, and obviously I can supply all of our partners with your contact details, what kind of help can you give our partners in pitching to and selling to and closing the deal with some of their customers?
Yeah, absolutely. And if anything, we actually always suggest going this way, because working with our partners and then working with the customer to show that the collaboration and cooperation that it takes to help these customers, understand their issues, figure out what the best solution is. And so we work with proof of concepts. We work with our partners to go over these proof of concepts to make sure that our products work in that specific customer scenario. And so that really has really helped push the needle for any of our devices to help ensure that customers are aware of what they're buying, and then also to help with any cross-selling capabilities if this is the right product or if there's other products that might be a better situation for them.
Christian, I know that you're very busy because you've been traveling so much recently. I wonder, could you come back in a week or so and we could record a longer edition of Winner's Circle and you could go into some more depth on all of Atel's products?
Absolutely. Yeah, more than happy to do that.
What sort of advice will you be giving to our partners?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the first things that I would highlight is that within Atel's product line, the primary focus is around cost-effective solutions. And with the customers that we're dealing with and the partners that we're working with, they bring up specific use cases, scenarios, what they're seeing within the current business environment. And so it's really helped drive all of our solutions and products that we offer around those specific problems that they have. So our devices are developed around customer issues and then also providing that cost-effective solution for them and remote management platform.
Christian Hernandez, thank you so much for coming on Partner News Live.
Thank you, Neil. I appreciate it. Happy to be back again soon.
So our next guest this morning is Michael Lane from Samsung, and he's been waiting in the wings. Michael, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, good morning, Neil. Thank you for having me on today. I look forward to speaking with you. It's been a while.
It has been a while, and I know you're going to be coming back very, very soon when you've got more to announce in October and November. But for now, let me ask this question. What are you able to tell us? What's been going on at Samsung since we last had you on the show?
Hey, thanks, Neil. Great question. And I think this spring, our announcement, when we announced the Galaxy S24 family, was more than just the product. What we really released was the next generation way that our customers, whether they're a consumer or a business, can leverage our devices and software for how they may want to use them. And that's all wrapped around Galaxy AI. And so this past spring is when we announced Galaxy AI on that device. But more importantly, we didn't just force customers to have to buy new devices to take advantage of Galaxy AI. We also pushed down those capabilities to the current generation devices, both smartphones and tablets, to allow all customers to have access to our AI platform and capabilities. And I think that really is one of the things we did different in the marketplace. Is we want all of our customers to be able to experience this great new revolution in mobile connectivity and ways to communicate with one another. There's a vast feature set of Galaxy AI, and there are a great many of them that are applicable to B2B customers. We're going to talk more about those in our next session. But when people really ask me, well, why do I want to look at the Galaxy S24 family? And what can the devices really do to help me run my business better? Whether it's communicate with my employees, maybe the customers I interface with, it really comes down to three, I think, pillars of the AI infrastructure and capabilities of the devices. The first one is circle to search. And yeah, you can do it in a fun way, looking up something on a website, maybe wanting to respond something and find, maybe a picture or a link or something like that. The circle to search is much deeper than that and provides a lot of capabilities that, especially if you're a field service-based company or you have employees in the field, you no longer want to carry maybe a user manual or a guidebook. I'll talk about how we can make you even more capable in the field with that. The next one is interpreter. We all need to communicate, whether that's voice, maybe that's text, maybe that's email. But we all have a reason to need to communicate with one another. And the great thing with interpreter, especially, is it's done on device. So if you're working in a specific area and maybe you need to communicate in a specific language, most recently I was actually in Portugal. So I actually downloaded the Portuguese language pack to my device. So even when I was offline and not connected, I could continue to communicate with individuals on the street that I met with. And when I was connected, I could send text messages, emails, even connect a phone call in a foreign language without having to know that language. So think about the power of your employees being able to interface with prospects or even maybe individuals within your own office in a language that's more comfortable to them. And how much more can you get done and break down those communication barriers? And then the third pillar is all around intelligent assistant. And this is about voice, notes, and web. So we all manage very busy days. So whether it's, say, on a meeting like this, or a meeting face-to-face in an office where you want to collect those notes from that meeting, whether those are voice notes by recording the meeting or having written notes. Maybe collecting notes for yourself before you go to maybe a sales call or a presentation to a client you're about to meet with. How do you get all that information in one place and make it usable? And not just usable for yourself, but what are you going to do post-meeting? How impressive would it be to your client to be able to capture everything that was said and done at that meeting, summarize it, and send that back to them with next steps in a way and in a format that you've never done before. And more importantly, what if that client also speaks another language, or there are people in that meeting that speak another language? You could provide all that same information in a language that's native to them as well. So there's a great meaningful ways that we can use Galaxy AI for more than just the fun things like making fun pictures or looking up fun things on the internet. There truly are B2B use cases for our Galaxy AI that people haven't thought of. And so a lot of people ask me, well, why AI? Why now on mobile devices? Well, industry research has told us that a significant number of businesses already have deployed or are researching the use of AI to make their business operations that much more efficient and effective. So wouldn't they want that to be on their mobile devices as well? So many of your customers today may use, as an example, Salesforce.com to manage their Salesforce and their funnel and their leads. It's already built into Salesforce. A lot of us use, say, Facebook and other, web-based entertainment platforms. They have AI as well. So AI is not going anywhere. AI is only going to grow with us. So again, how can we effectively use these mobile devices that we carry day to day to leverage AI to make this that much more efficient, reduce workload, or make it so we can interact better? Now, a great thing about AI and Samsung that we don't speak about enough is some companies may be not comfortable with using AI yet. They may go, hey, I know it's out there. My employees need to use it. I don't know if I want to put it on the mobile device. I've got a great solution for it. We actually have a free plugin that Samsung users can use along with the MDM of their choice, where they can actually disable Galaxy AI on their devices until that customer is comfortable allowing all those AI uses on the device. So whether you want to allow all AI or disable AI, we are that's one of the differentiators that Samsung has. We provide a tool set for IT administrators to disable the on-device AI until those customers are comfortable with leveraging it for their own business. So that's probably the latest and greatest of what's been going on lately at Samsung.
That's amazing, Michael. And you know something, I remember the good old days when I used to have a meeting and then I'd have some preparatory time. I'd read the minutes from the notes from the previous meeting, get ready for the next meeting. We don't do that now. I mean, you and I both know, 21st century, back to back to back meetings. I love the idea of the AI being able to prepare meeting notes afterwards, a summary, something I could just check quickly and then send it off to everybody there. My goodness me, that would save so much time. In fact, it would just mean I'd be sending notes because I regularly don't anymore because there simply isn't time for that. So that really, really impresses me. And I wonder when you do come back and we do the video on demand, the longer video on demand, do you think you might be able to demonstrate that for us?
I possibly can. Worst case scenario, though, I can give you a real world example because back when we launched the Galaxy S24, our team actually had a meeting with the Major League Baseball team that afternoon. I can actually explain in full depth how we use Galaxy AI pre-meeting, during the meeting, and post-meeting. So I will attempt to grab that file and see if it's easy to share on a live stream like this. But yes, it is something that once you do it once becomes completely second nature. And again, brings back that level of sort of contact, that you hit the head on is how many times do we send post-meeting follow-ups and messages back to the people that we have that meeting with, to give them a clear understanding of the next steps that we want to accomplish. So yes, I will try to bring that to the next meeting.
Michael, great short overview of the Samsung devices there. I appreciate it. And I also appreciate the fact that you're focused on SMBs and smaller enterprises. So let me ask you the tough question. Why should our partners, why should our agents be focusing on pitching the Samsung solutions rather than your competitors to our existing and new customers?
Can really discuss it at a high level in regards with three pillars. It's innovation, open, and security. And, when I think about innovation, first thing I think about is our overall portfolio that you're able to sell to your client base. Samsung as an OEM has the most expansive portfolio, of any manufacturer available to you. So whether that is entry-level, mid-range, or flagship devices for both smartphones and tablets, we have a device that fits the business need, the business use case, but more importantly, the price point of any customer that you may be dealing with. So whether that's customers who purchase on a 2-year contract or say a 36-month DPP, there's not a single device in our portfolio offered via Verizon that can't be leveraged to the customers that you're selling into. In terms of that industry innovations, we're also, I would say more broadly from an innovation standpoint, we were the first manufacturer to come up with what was called at that time a phablet. There was the Note series of our device, and add in an integrated S Pen or stylus. And from there, we pivoted to our flip and fold models, which, by the way, having launched about 6 weeks ago now, we're in our 6th generation of a foldable device. A lot of companies are still thinking about how to make a foldable device. We're on our 6th generation of a foldable device. And on top of that, we make both a smartphone as well as 2 different tablets certified on Verizon and available to sell that are military-grade devices. So we take the voice of customer and make a device at such a rugged level that it meets every military spec and needs possible, which has led us to some very large deployments with some very large transportation companies, retailers, the government itself. And while not every business customer may have the needs from a security perspective, rugged perspective, or capabilities, every customer has some sort of need that fits within those needs. So we sort of have everything for everybody out there. And then that leads to the openness of Samsung. And we have this broad ecosystem. So if you're thinking about a Samsung smartphone, we have tablets that work in conjunction with them. We now have our watches that talk as part of that ecosystem. We have another product that will be launching in October that I can't speak about yet that also goes within that ecosystem. But more importantly, our devices speak with typical PCs. Our SmartThings platform talks to our phone. So as an example, I turned on my stove last night because my wife and I were too tired to cook dinner. So we figured, let's throw just a pizza in the oven. Went back and sat on the patio, but my phone alerted me that my stove had reached its preheat temperature because everything that's Samsung talks to one another. So we have a very unique ecosystem of products and solutions that talk to one another that build out a broader platform for everyone to use. And then to secure that all, we have our Knox platform. So every Samsung device is Knox. There isn't anything that customers need to download. That simply means that that device is within our supply chain management. We know where it's being built. We know how it's been constructed, and we have full control over that. And then on top of that, customers should be looking at our cloud services. So Knox Suite, which is not only just our MDM solution, but it allows them to customize their devices at both the software level or even hardware level if they want to give them full control over those devices, to make sure they don't have to worry about data leakage, employees using applications that may be considered inappropriate, or if an employee leaves the company, how do they recycle those devices and not have a $1,000 brick on their desk because that employee has a personal Gmail account on their device that now they can't get past the password? So when you take our entire hardware software platform, plus the unique things customers can do with our devices, but everything is designed with a security first thought, there isn't a platform out there that's, can't solve any customer's needs. So that's really, it's our ecosystem as a whole, Neil. I think that really is why we are, in my opinion, the best platform for customers to choose.
Fantastic. Michael, can't wait to have you back in just a few weeks' time so you can give us more of these details and go into some more depths. But for now, Michael Lane from Samsung, thank you so much for coming on Partner News.
Absolutely. Thank you, Neil. And more importantly, watch the news for November. Samsung is going to empower your sellers with an offering that has never been available in the marketplace ever before. That's not only allow you to sell your current customers, but steal customers from the competition. So Just a quick teaser on that one. Come November, there's no reason you can't sell every customer out.
Fantastic. No, I really can't wait. Thanks again, Michael. You take care. Bye for now.
Thank you. You appreciate your time this morning.
Let's go back to Shelley. Shelley, I'm pretty sure you enjoyed hearing from Michael Lane. and before that from Christian. But next time, of course, when we all get together, it'll just be at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So I'm hoping 2 weeks from now, you'll have a lot of insider news for us.
Yes, insider news. Yes, coming soon.
Any plans for this coming weekend?
Either this weekend or next weekend. I'm really wanting to get, back to the Palo Duro Canyon before the weather changes, and it's cooler here now. And just back to nature. I love unplugging. Oh, I love that so much. Just unplugging, and so hopefully either this week or next week. Looking forward to it.
Shelley, I look forward to seeing you next time, and I look forward to seeing all of you next time as well on Partner News Live. Take care.